Hey everyone, it's Jeff Farina with Pocketnow.com. And if you've been following our progress on the Droid Pro, you've seen us run through many videos on the device. So far we've unboxed the device, we've given you a hardware overview, we've also given you a software run through, and finally we've tested the video recording capability of the 720p 30 frames per second camera sensor. Well, now it's time to wrap everything up on our final review and give you our thoughts in this quick video, which is actually going to address the pros and the cons of the device. If you want to see the full article in depth, be sure to check out Pocketnow.com. Let's get started. Now, first up, in typical fashion, we're going to address some of the things of the Droid Pro that we really like. And the first of which is going to be the onboard storage, or the ROM. It is 1 GB on the Droid Pro, and that's going to allow you to store a lot of your applications directly on the phone rather than on the micro SD card, which is going to help maximize your speed. You can save your micro SD card for media and pictures if you so desire. Staying on the topic of media and pictures, you saw us give you a video test of the Droid Pro's 720p 30 frames per second video recording. Now, we found that quality to be very good. Even taking still pictures was great. The dual LED flash goes a long way. If you haven't seen our recording video, you should definitely check that out. We were definitely surprised and happy with the results we achieved. Now, one sometimes touchy topic with Android are the different versions of the software. Don't fret, the Droid Pro will have Android 2.2 Froyo pre-installed, so you'll be up to date with the current latest and greatest software. Now, Gingerbread is expected to come out soon. If that does, we'll have to wait and see how long it takes Motorola to upgrade the Droid Pro, but for now, you are current, you are up to date, and you do get the best of speeds. The Droid Pro is targeted toward business users, and because it's targeted toward business users, they've included a full physical QWERTY keyboard on the front of the phone. It's actually a candy bar style phone, so there is no sliding keyboard whatsoever. A lot of our commenters have actually called it the Droidberry because it actually is an Android device with a pretty much BlackBerry keyboard. So if you've been holding out on Android because you don't want to use just a touchscreen and you do want that physical keyboard, this is a great option for you on the Verizon network. Staying with the business theme, if you find that you're traveling internationally quite often, whether it be Canada or over the pond to Europe, wherever it may be, the Droid Pro is a world phone. Now what that means is it has an included SIM card so that no matter where you'll go, you always will have reception. You're going to have the Verizon top quality network in the United States, and then when you travel outside the country, you're going to use Vodafone. And last but not least, for the Pro side of things, we really like the user programmable shortcuts. We showed you that side programmable key in our hardware overview. You can also do the same thing with keyboard shortcuts. What this allows you to do is switch from application to application in a very rapid-fire process. This really maximizes efficiency and just ease of use. Now it's time to talk about some of the aspects of the Droid Pro that need improvement or that we really didn't like. And the first is going to be the smaller screen. Now this is a personal thing. You may or may not mind having a smaller screen. The 3.1-inch screen is definitely usable. However, in a world where a lot of the screens are now 3.7 up to 4.3 inches, we found the Droid Pro screen quite small and a lot of the icons were sometimes cramped. If you've been using a BlackBerry already, you're going to be used to having a smaller screen, so it won't be that big of an issue for you. The screen also features a pretty low screen resolution, but combine that with a smaller screen itself, and it actually doesn't look too bad. The colors are very accurate, and they do somewhat jump out at you. Now, the biggest issue that we had with the Droid Pro was the battery life. Motorola rates it to get around 7 hours of talk time. However, we were actually getting around 4.5 to 5 hours. If you're an on-the-go business user, this may scare you away. But at the same time, let's face it, a lot of the on-the-go business users, if you will, already have a car charger for their BlackBerry, whatever phone they may be using, or they may have a secondary charger. So if you don't mind carrying around a second charger or having a car charger close by, it's really not going to be an issue for you because you're going to be on the phone for close to 7 hours a day to begin with. And last but not least, the Droid Pro seems to go against the typical Droid hardware feature in terms of it has a plastic battery cover. Now this may seem like nitpicking, but where every Droid device, or most of the other Droid devices, mind you, have a metal battery cover and a metal frame, you would expect one of the higher-end Droid devices and one of those, geared toward the very professional and sophisticated users to have a metal design of some kind. Overall, we thoroughly enjoyed our time with the Droid Pro. The call quality was absolutely phenomenal, beating out most of the devices that we've used in the past. The callers on the other line so that we sounded like we were actually standing right next to them. Pair that with a very fast phone, as well as the Froyo Android 2.2 recently installed, plus the video recording, practically you name it, the user programmable shortcuts, pair it with all of that. As long as you don't mind having a smaller screen and having to recharge your phone throughout the day, this phone is a winner for you. We give this phone a 4.5 out of 5. If you'd like to get all the details and see our full written review, be sure to check out Pocketnow.com. As always, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and please give this video a thumbs up.